Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching my videos. If you're new here today, my name is Betty and a warm welcome to today's video. So today we are going to talk about how you can bring your spouse to the United States of America. If you are here in the United States and you want to bring, let's say for example, you are a US citizen and you have married somebody, they are abroad in their country and you're willing to bring them in this country, yes, it is possible. All you have to do is to know the right form to fill so that you can bring them over. You know, guys, one thing I can tell you is, yes, when you marry a US citizen, you can marry a US citizen, no problem. It is easy, it's as easy as ABC. But what follows is you need to commit with money and time to fill these documents and also time to gather every single document. So what I can tell you is, if you are in a relationship and you're planning to bring your spouse here, you know, try to always be prepared ahead of time with the documents that you know for sure that you're gonna need. Let's say for example, if you are in a relationship and you are doing a lot of you are traveling, you are meeting each other, use that time to take plenty of pictures whenever you go, create memories, you know, like take pictures, because you will need those pictures for sure. And one thing I can tell you is, with this immigration thing, you don't need to provide selfies. You're like cheese and give them the selfies and you're like, okay, here we are, we took a selfie together. No, you need to give proof of like places you have traveled throughout the relationship. You know, you need to prove to them that yes, indeed you are in a valid relationship. You are dating and then now you got married and now you are petitioning for this person. Okay, so, and also you can be saving the receipts when you go places. Let's say for example, you go to hotels, you can be saving receipts, like things like that. But before I take you on a marathon, because now I have started from back going before I take you on this marathon, let me start to break it down to you, the documents and what's the meaning of the form I-130. So this is the form that you use to fill when you're petitioning for an alien relative who is abroad. You know, they are in another country. So yeah, and when you're doing the I-130, you're gonna start with that, fill that, and then you go to the I-130A. Yeah, this is another form. This form I-130A will give information about your spouse, every single detail about them, your foreign relative or spouse. This is the form that you will fill information. So you're filling the I-130 and I-130A so that you can you know, put all that information together. If this person is not in the country, if they are not in the US, they don't have to sign it. You are the one to be signing it. Okay, they understand, you know, the immigration understands you are here in the US, you're petitioning for somebody who is abroad, so they are not here to sign the form. So it's, I believe, you know, it's okay. So another thing you need to do is to prove that you are a US citizen, because when you're petitioning for somebody abroad, you are either a US citizen or a US resident. You have a green card. So you will need to prove your citizenship or your residency by providing either the birth certificate, your birth certificate. Now you are born in the US, you can prove that. You can prove with a passport to show, and also you can prove with your naturalization certificate as well. because they want to make sure that, yes, indeed, you are a US citizen or a US resident. Okay, if you are not, if you belong to another category, then I don't believe this is the form for you. I don't believe you can be able to petition for somebody if you are not either a resident or you are not a citizen. Yeah. So it is possible, as I told you guys. It is not, once you are dating somebody, an American, make sure they are US citizen. They don't just tell you that, oh, an American, people come to the US and maybe they are not, a lot of people, they are here in the US, but does that mean that they have the right documentation? So if you start chatting somebody online and they tell you they're American, just make sure. And also, by the way, guys, having an accent does not guarantee that this person is an American. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, because you don't know about where this person stands, whether they are legally here or they are not legally here. You don't know. And I'm just saying that because I'm a foreigner, I know these things, So you just want to make sure that they are either a resident or, and I'm not saying that people should date on the thought of, oh, I'm dating him so that he can take me abroad. It should be for love. But if you guys are talking about one of you is going to relocate, because obviously one of you will relocate, yeah, you cannot be dating and with the thoughts of, now we are dating, you know what, let's just continue dating and get married, and one of you, no, you obviously, you have a goal, and the end goal is either one, the US citizen can join you in your country, or you can join them in their country. And by the way, it happens. Not everybody gets married and they relocate here. Some decide they are the ones to join their spouses abroad. And also, even if this person is a US citizen and they join you abroad in your country, they can still petition for you, but also they have to prove that they have ties in the US, like bank cards, a lease, or something that is tying them. They still have ties in the US, so they can still petition for you even if they are abroad. And also, guys, if you are a green card holder, you will have to give a copy of your green card or permanent residency. And by the way, if you're giving copies, copies of the pictures, your pictures, to prove anything, you need to give colored copies, because it's better that way. The officer, can be able to see them clearly, because sometimes when you give copies in black and white, it's really hard to tell who is who. It's better, and if you can put captions there, it's better as well. If you can label them, it will be very helpful. Anything to help. This is not going to guarantee you like speeding up the process. No, it's just going to help things, things to be, it's gonna make it easy for the officer, to be honest with you. And then the waiting period, when you file this form, the waiting period can be anything from 5 months to like 20 years. It can take a long time. So what I can tell you is, when you're filling the I-130, you can go ahead and fill another form called the K3 form as well. And this K3 form, it's a temporary like visa for your spouse when they're here, because the I-130 might take forever. By the time you never know how long it takes. It can take 8 months, it can take a year, it can take 2 years, it might take a long time. So they have, I believe they started the K3 now. This K3 will allow your spouse to travel to the USA temporarily, just to travel before this Form I-130 goes through. So I believe if they approve the I-130 before they give you the K3, I believe they will automatically revoke the K3. But what I can tell you is, when you're filling this form, or when your spouse is filling for you, please remind them to fill together with the K3 form. K3, and this will be helpful, because if this K3 is approved early beforehand, your spouse will be able to travel to the USA. okay, or you are able to travel and join your spouse and visit them and then go back, wait, as you are waiting for this. Oh my god, guys, excuse the background noise. I'm doing this video with my daughter, and as you know, I am the one here with her, and I don't know I cannot shut her mouth. So if she makes noise at the background, just know it's your girl. So anyway, guys, another thing that you need to prove is the to give is the proof of your relationship. You need to give a copy of your marriage certificate. If it's in a foreign language, you have to have it translated into English. And also another thing is the birth certificate. You need to give that. Wedding, you need to give, because you got married, obviously you had a wedding, you need to give a supporting document of wedding related, like pictures. You can get receipts maybe of the venue, or like the gown you bought, something like that, something to prove. Of course, you're not gonna overwhelm them with a bunch of documentations and a bunch of stuff, but you need to give something to prove that indeed that wedding happened. You took pictures with relatives, families, and stuff like that. And also you can prove with a communication, because this is also something else to prove that you have a relationship, because obviously you communicate. You can take screenshots of maybe WhatsApp. You communicate via WhatsApp, via email. You can print them out and just prove that you do communicate. This is another good example. Another thing is, if you travel to meet your spouse, make sure that you have those tickets with like those tickets to prove that you travel to that country, and also the pictures that you take when you travel. All these things are very important. And when you give conversations, make sure that you don't give anything sexual. It has to be something that is decent, the kind of communication whatever you're printing. And also, guys, social media, anything you post, like on Facebook, you can screenshot that has some comments from people, friends and family, and maybe throw it in there, something to prove. You have to prove that indeed you do communicate on a daily basis with this person. It is a real marriage. They need to see all these things. Another thing that you can give is the proof of name change. If the petitioner have changed their name, or the one abroad have changed their name, you can give that proof. That will be helpful as well. The passport photos also for you and your spouse. It's important to give the passport photos, and make sure that these are not all they are current passport photos that are not older than 6 months. So that is very important. So those are the things you need. Also, you need to give the form I-130 fee. You will pay a fee. It is not free. You will pay a fee. It's better you look it up online to see if the fee have changed depending with the time you're filling this form. You submit the fee as well with your application. And also, one thing I would like to throw out there is, when you're filling these forms, make sure you're filling the current one, the updated form, because these USCIS forms, sometimes they get to expire, I believe, because I've seen it through my own experience. I've had them return a form to me and say that this form is expired. So make sure that when you're filling this form, this is the current form. You can look it up on the bottom of the form. Make sure that this is the updated form. This is the current form. I hope that makes sense. Another thing that you can use, guys, is a proof of joint ownership. Let's say, for example, cards, Christmas cards, or event cards that are sent from families that have both of your names together. And also, you can also prove by receipts of gifts. Let's say, for example, you have been sending your spouse gifts from abroad. You can use that receipt, electronic receipt. You print it out and have it ready, because it's very important when you're having a distant relationship and you're planning to bring your spouse into this country. It is very important to make sure that you keep all this evidence that the relationship is indeed going on, that we do exchange cards and gifts from time to time, even money. Yeah, let's say for example somebody wires money for you from abroad, you need to prove that as well. And also joint financial assets, joint savings account. Let's say for example you have opened a joint account either in their country or here. You need to prove that. So another thing that you can use to prove as a supporting document is the joint financial asset. For example, having a joint account together, whether in the US or abroad. Sometimes if somebody come here with a B1 visa, B1, B2 visa, when they come here, your spouse happens to visit you, you can take advantage and open a bank account. I believe some of the banks, maybe they might not ask you for social security. If they come to visit you, you can open a joint account together, or if you go abroad to their country, you can open a bank account together. Also investment, if you have invested, you can add your spouse, list them as the beneficiary. And also if you add your spouse to your life insurance, that will be helpful as well. Remember guys, all we need to do is to arrange these documents. All you need to do is to arrange these documents in order. I might not have mentioned it in any particular order, but I can guarantee you that if you go on the online on the USCIS website and type the I-130 form, it will bring you every single detail, whatever you need to to accompany as a supporting document with this form. So I can advise you to go online to the you Google the I-130 form, or whatever form you are talking about here, the K3 or anything else guys. Everything is online. If you go to the official website, you will find those forms there. I'm sorry guys, I'm telling you, this video is, I am so distracted. I feel like I'm not gonna finish the video, but I'm staying strong because I have really tried. I have, for a couple of days you can notice that I haven't been posting videos. It's been a lot going on, and today I said, you know what, no matter the distractions, I still have to finish doing this video, because one thing I'll tell you is, no matter how professional I can try to be, I don't think I can. And you guys already know that I'm a single mom, and these are the challenges. Mommy. These are the challenges that sometimes we face as single mothers without having enough help. Somebody to help watch the baby. Here, mommy, take everything you will need. So guys, when you watch my videos, please do not put Betty and professionalism on the same page, because that's when you're gonna fail big time. And I love you, my people, because you do understand me. And yeah, another thing that you can give as a proof is the affidavit from the people who can vouch for your relationship, maybe your relatives, family, and stuff like that. As I said, you can go online on the website and check out the form I-130 and look up and see what exactly you need. As I said guys earlier, and I will always remind you, that if you cannot fill these forms for yourself, you can look for an attorney and they will help you fill this form. Also, if you're not sure, you can do it, because they'll give you more advice. But if you can do it yourself, it is doable. It is not hard. You can do it, but you can get all this information online to make sure that you submit the right document. Okay, I wish you all the best. If you have your partner or if you have your loved one abroad, I wish you all the best, and I pray that you get reunited very, very soon, because you know what, it's frustrating when you have somebody, when you have your loved one in another country. Of course, you are so impatient, you want them here as soon as possible. I know when you're feeling this form, you are taking a huge step. It can be tedious, it can be exciting, it can be, all I want you to do is to, you know, just be meticulous when you're when you are gathering all these documents, and make sure that you put all the right documents, and everything will be okay. We pray for the process to go quicker and faster, and yeah, why not? It is possible to bring your husband or bring your wife. So one thing I can tell you guys, if you're planning to bring your partner as not as, when you're not married, you can go on the route of K1 fiancé visa. That will be maybe a quicker route to bring them into the US, K1 fiancé visa. But if you're married, it's better you go for the I-130. It can take a long time, but the beauty of it is when they come here, they will come here as permanent residents. So that's the beauty of it, because when you come here, when you bring them here as with a K1 fiancé visa, they will come here as a fiancé the 90-day, and you'll have to get married and everything. But all in all, just look for what applies for you, to you, and what's easier to you, and may God guide your steps. May God bless you with everything you do. Everything is possible, and never give up. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and not give up, don't give up. Thank you guys, bye.